Hi guys, this is another review for WWE Monday Night Raw, and so far, I'm liking the build-up for this Sunday's pay-per-view Battleground, especially for the fatal four-way match between John Cena, Roman Reigns, Kane, and Randy Orton. Even though that we all know John Cena is clearly going to win it, it's as clear as fucking day that he's going to win the match. Now more than ever because of a little segment that we saw between the Authority, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, and Paul Heyman. Hint, hint. Brock Lesnar's Plan C. But you didn't hear that from me. If you missed the start of the show, then you didn't see the Authority, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, and Kane take out Dean Ambrose. Oh, it was pretty gruesome, I guess, although I gotta be honest with you, that chokeslam from Kane looks a little soft in my opinion. It just looked like he just picked him up by the throat, did that, and then gently put him down under that towel thing. Wasn't very good, and this is a Kane fan admitting that. I mean, you can clearly tell I'm a Kane fan. There's no questioning it. That curb stomp by Seth Rollins looked pretty awesome, so that was a pretty good start to the show, in my opinion. The main event was okay, to say the least. It kept me entertained, and I was pretty surprised that Randy Orton RKO Kane, but I wasn't that surprised that Roman Reigns speared John Cena. It was a complete accident, but I still wasn't surprised that it happened before the pay-per-view. I was expecting Dean Ambrose to come back out and even the odds for John Cena and Roman Reigns' team, but that didn't happen, so oh well. Most of the night revolved around the Intercontinental Championship Battle Royal match, and the matches were pretty good in their own right. Well, except Del Rio versus RVD for the millionth time. Brought back bad memories from their rivalry last year. That was not a good rivalry. That was boring as shit. So that's it for the good stuff that we saw on Raw. Intercontinental Battle Royal participants battling each other, and the build up towards the Fatal 4-Way match. Now here comes the bad stuff. Yeah. First off, and rather obviously, we have The Miz versus Sheamus. I mean, what a waste of a match. I mean, I don't really care for The Miz's money-making face at all. I mean, I can't see why he needed to win that match. Especially by roll-up, for God's sake. He has no business beating the United States champion at all, but they're facing each other in main event, so The Miz should get his comeuppance. I mean, WWE, why can't you just accept that many people loathe The Miz? He's so boring, and he gets booed wherever he goes. I mean, let's face it, the Marine's not going to be a very successful film. I mean, the others really weren't, were they? You have a chance, WWE, to make him a massive heel. If done right, this guy could get heavily booed even more than he is now out of arenas. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't like The Miz. I might not like the guy, but he could be a damn good heel if written properly. But not the way you're doing it now. So get to work on that. Secondly, what the hell are you doing to Damien Sandow? Or, more to the point, what did Damien Sandow do that was so bad that you publicly humiliate him week after week after week? That segment was the worst segment I've seen for a long time. Since the little People's Court! Don't you think he's suffered enough now? I mean, come on. It's getting worse every single week. I mean, ugh. I mean, if you don't even live in the US, you probably won't even know what Sonics is. Couldn't you promoted something else that was a little more worldwidely known? I mean, I've watched a few food reviews. I know what Sonics is. I mean, I watch Name Drops. But a lot of people might not know what Sonics is, so I don't know. Next up, we've got Paige's arse kissing. Yes, I'm British. I say arse. Kissing of AJ Lee. I just don't get it. frenemies. Sorry, girls, but you are no Trish Stratus and Lita. You're far from it. I mean, you both have a long way to go before you get to that status. And I just don't like Paige sitting out there on commentary saying how much of a friend AJ Lee is. I mean, what the fuck are you doing with her, WWE? We're not fucking stupid! Most of us have watched NXT, by the way. We know what Paige can do. I fully expect Paige to go heel and attack AJ after their match at Battleground. Because she's likely to lose to her. I mean, you're not just going to give the belt to AJ and then have Paige run it back a couple of weeks later. That doesn't make any sense. But then again, it's WWE. You barely ever do make sense, so it might happen. If Paige wins the belt back straight away, then in my opinion, it's a bit of a waste of a rivalry, which could potentially revive the Divas division, because it desperately needs it. Have AJ retain, build Paige up a bit more, then have Paige win the belt, because you gave it to her really too early in her career. Don't blow this chance, WWE. The Divas division needs a reboost. It needs reviving. I'm sick of having to use the Divas division for a toilet break whenever there's a match on. Toilet break. I mean, the matches don't even last that long anyway, so it's a quick toilet break. And now we get to the ugly part of the show. And that was Seth Rollins falling quite nastily on his knee during the main event. I really hope it's nothing serious and that he isn't out of the match this Sunday. Although it does leave up to some wonders and some possibilities, because if he has to be out of action for a while, it could build up the suspense for the cashing in of the contract. I mean, it depends how long he could be out, but say, for example, Brock Lesnar wins the championship at SummerSlam, Seth Rollins is out for a while. There'll be no cashing in for a bit, so Brock Lesnar becomes champ, keeps it until WrestleMania 31, say, and then whoever he faces, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, Roman Reigns, whoever beats him at WrestleMania, they come out on Raw the next night celebrating, and then boom, Seth Rollins returns, big surprise, cashes in the contract, becomes the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. People are going fucking crazy. That sounds like a good episode of Raw to me. The other ugly bit, Eva Marie. You know what? No, I'm not even going to waste my breath on that diva. She is proof that looks alone will not get you liked in the WWE universe. Just ask the Bella Twins that. Rumours I've heard. One that got my interest was apparently the World Heavyweight Championship could be being retired in the future. I mean, we saw John Cena give the belt to Ric Flair on the show, and as we could all hear him say, keep it. And earlier on during the show, JBL referenced to there being only one title. Whether that was a mistake, we're all looking into this a little too much. I think it would be a shame to retire the belt. Rather, I would prefer if you split the belts up. Have the World Heavyweight Championship on one show and the WWE Championship on another. It's just stupid having them together. I mean, it makes SmackDown look really weak. I mean, it was so much better when you had two belts on the show. You know, you had one belt on SmackDown, one belt on Raw. I thought that was so much better than what you're doing now. I don't care if they have both belts or not, if Daniel Bryan has both belts, or John Cena, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Kane, Chris Jericho, whoever. It's so much better when there's one on Raw and one on SmackDown. Or at the very least, could you make the Intercontinental or US belt a bit more important? Come on. My superstar of the week, Randy Orton. He was sly, cunning, devious, and I really like that RKO on Kane. I mean, I was expecting that to happen on Sunday, but not 6 nights before. And to be honest, I don't want to call Roman Reigns my superstar of the week because it's starting to become the same bullshit every week with that guy. You beat him down, you beat him senseless, you beat the shit out of him, but it's always the same at the end of the night. Spear! Spear, 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 spear! It's a spear. He's standing tall. Just that Raw thing. Super Cena? Super Rain's more like it. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? It is a plane, but Super Rain's just speared the motherfucker out of the sky! We already have one Superman, don't give us two. If I had to give this show a rating out of 10, I would give it I'll give it a 6 this week. It was a good episode, but it could have been so much better in my opinion. I just hope that Battleground is worth the money that you expect us to pay for it, WWE. Because if you're not in the United States of America, you don't have the WWE Network really, because it's not available globally yet. So apart from the US, the rest of us have to fork out more money. So I really hope it's worth it, this pay-per-view. The pay-per-view before SummerSlam. Give us something good. Anyway, if I had to predict winners for all the matches, I'm going to go off straight off the bat and say that I expect new tag team champions. I think the Wyatts deserve it. Bray Wyatt to beat Chris Jericho. I just don't see Jericho winning that one. Wyatt needs the win. If the match goes ahead, Seth Rollins to beat Dean Ambrose. Rusev to beat Swagger. I don't expect Swagger to win that. If he does win it, I will be very surprised. AJ Lee to beat Paige. That one should be obvious, but he could throw in a swerve ball. I wouldn't be very happy if he did. Naomi to beat Cameron, but really, who the fuck cares who wins that match? I don't. And finally, for the Battle Royal, actually, the main event, I've already said earlier in the video that John Cena's probably going to win that, so John Cena. Finally, for the Intercontinental Championship Battle Royal, I will go for Cesaro to win that. I don't expect Sheamus to win and to unify the belts. I really hope The Miz doesn't win. Anyone else in that Battle Royal, they don't have a hope in hell. Adam Rose? No. Sin Cara? No. Great Khali? Are you fucking kidding me? Zack Ryder? No. This isn't 2012 anymore, people. He's done. There's no more woo woo woo. It's not happening. So I'm going to go for Cesaro to win the Battle Royal and to win the Intercontinental Championship. Well, that's it from me to this week, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. Boom.